Welcome to the 8th grade Math Homework Helper Series. Tonight's homework is MS3, multi-step equations, variables on one side with distributive property. We're going to start by taking a look at number 2. We have 5r minus 2, parentheses r minus 5 equals 19. So we'll start by copying down the problem. And we know the first thing we want to do is clear out the parentheses, and we do that by distributing the 2 to the r and the negative 5. So we have negative 2 being distributed to r and also negative 5. So if we go ahead and follow through on that, the 5r is going to come down. We have negative 2r, and the two negatives make a positive for 2 times 5, so it gives us positive 10. And this all still should equal 19. So we can start by combining our like terms. And we have 5r minus 2r, which equals 3r. We bring down the positive 10, and it still equals 19. And this is what's going to move us to step 3. We copy that part of the problem down. We now want to get rid of the positive 10, and we do that by subtracting 10, and that's going to cancel it out. And we can subtract 10 from 19, which gets us 9. We still want to bring down 3r. Brings us to step 4. So we have 3r equals 9. We need to divide by 3 to get r by itself. When we divide by 3, that cancels out the 3's, leaving r by itself. But whatever we do to this side of the equation, we have to do to this side. So we divide 9 by 3. That brings us to step 5, which gives us r equals 3. Let's now take a look at question number 6. For number 6, we have 0.86 equals 0.2 parentheses 3h minus 1.1 close parentheses. So we start by copying the problem, and we look at the parentheses area. We know we have to distribute 0.2 to everything inside the parentheses, like that. So we're going to multiply 0.2 times 3 and 0.2 times negative 1.1. Once you've done that multiplication, you should get 0.6h minus 0.22. We now want to isolate as much as possible the h, so we can do that by adding 0.22. That's going to cancel those two out. And remember, whatever we do on this side, we have to do on the other side of the equation. The equal sign is a balance. So if we add 0.22 to this side, you should get 1.08. The rest of the problem simply follows it down. And this is what we're going to have when we rewrite our next step for step 3. Now we want to eliminate and isolate h. We want to eliminate the number. So we're going to do that by dividing by 0.6. That should cancel each other out. And we also have to divide by 0.6 over here. Now, keep in mind, when you divide by 0.6, you're going to have to move this decimal to that side. And if you do that, you're going to have to move the decimal over here. So really, you're taking 10.8 and dividing it by 6. I'm not going to go ahead and do the work for you because I think you can do that. But I will tell you that if you go ahead and do that division, your answer should be 1.8. So you should have 1.8 equals h. Last question we're going to do is question number 8. So we have 5j, 5 parentheses j minus 3, close parentheses, minus 30 equals 10. So we'll copy the problem down. And again, we focus on parentheses, and we look at distributing the 5 to the j and to the negative 3. Once that's been distributed, you should have 5j minus 15. 5 times 3 equals 15, and a positive 5, negative 3, you're going to get a negative. The rest of the problem comes down. I want to look at combining like terms. In this case, I don't have any other j's, but I do have two numbers that don't have j's. So if I add negative 15 and negative 30, I'm going to get negative 45. The 5j comes down. rest of the problem comes down. I take this and copy it into my step 3. In order to eliminate negative 45, I need to add 45. That's going to cancel each other out. Whatever I do to this side of the equation, I have to keep balance by doing it on this side of the equation. So I have to add 45 over here. Adding 45 to 10 gets me 55, and I bring down the rest of the problem. 5j equals 55, and that sets me up for step number 4. To remove the 5 from the j, I need to divide by 5, and that cancels out both 5's. Whatever I do to one side of the equation, I have to do to the other. So it's going to leave me with j equaling 11. Use these problems to help you solve the problems that I didn't do on your homework. And remember, the key to success in math is not only working hard, but working smart.